How did the Refugee Act of 1980 change refugee status? Imagine a world where thousands of people fleeing danger have no clear way to find safety. That was the reality before the year 1980. The Refugee Act of 1980 changed all that in the United States. It made refugee status clearer and fairer for everyone. This law created a simple, consistent way to decide who qualifies as a refugee. It based the definition on fears of persecution, not on nationality or political ties. It aligned U.S. rules with international standards set by the United Nations Refugee Convention of 1951 and its 1967 protocol. Now, a refugee is someone who cannot return home because they face serious threats like violence, discrimination, or persecution because of their race, religion, nationality, social group, or political beliefs. Before this law, refugee admissions were all over the place. Some were based on political interests or specific crises, making the process unfair and unpredictable. The 1980 law introduced the United States Refugee Admissions Program, which applies strict, fair criteria for admitting refugees. It also set up the Office of Refugee Resettlement to help refugees settle in the country. This office offers support like housing, job training, English classes, and social services. These programs help families, including Latino families, start fresh and become part of their new communities. The law also increased the number of refugees allowed into the country each year. It gave the president the power to adjust these numbers during emergencies, with mandatory talks with Congress. It made it clear that people have the right to ask for asylum and protected them from being sent back to dangerous places. This means that refugees, including those from Latin America, now had a better chance to find safety and support. In simple words, the Refugee Act of 1980 changed refugee status by creating a clear definition based on fear of persecution. It made the process fair and consistent, with security checks and support systems in place. It increased the number of refugees allowed and protected their right to seek safety. For Latino families and others, this law meant a more straightforward path to safety and a chance to rebuild their lives with help from the government. It made the whole system more just and supportive for those fleeing danger.